really the Chinese people and the students enjoyed that very short-lived true freedom during that moment until, of course.
And so the people that were boiling over, they were probably a lot like we were here when we felt the pressure from Obama's administration and how we saw what they were going to do with health care and cap and tax and all the government control that we were going to be under. And I asked you what you thought of Obama, and what did you say?
Well, I think it's sort of, compared to what had happened in China 20 years ago and 21 years ago. You Americans, even with a apologetic president and postmodern president,
right,
and more weaker president, you're still blessed and lucky that in a sense he has not sent a bunch of tanks or used military personnel and machine guns to start killing you if you criticize him. You have the freedom and liberty to criticize the president and to disagree with him in public, and we can use a video to criticize him. We can hold a protest in front of the White House without worrying about you will be arrested and sent to prison and being tortured. I mean, that's non-comparable. And of course, as a non-profit human rights organization, we're not partisan, and because after all, we are all for human rights.
Right.
And compare, if you want me to make a comparison of what human rights, what's the major difference between this administration and the former, George W. Bush administration? I think there is a difference, and I do feel President Obama did not put the human rights, especially religious freedom, as in the same priority as the former President George W. Bush has done.
And so he had faith-based initiatives. George W. Bush had the faith-based initiative. He was very interested in the advancement of the right causes with faith and that's what you're a pastor.
Yeah, and also I think President Bush personally are compassionate, are dedicated and committed to advance the religious freedom and rule of law in China. And I met with him in the White House before he flew to Beijing to attend the Beijing Olympics, and he showed his care to even remembering some important Chinese house churches pastors' names.
Man. Wow, you're kidding.
He, for the first time as a U.S. sitting president in 2006, President Bush met with our Chinese house church human rights lawyers in the White House, at his home in the White House, and he is personally engaged. But since 2 years ago, we, despite of our effort to, request meetings with the president and ask for the White House to schedule a meeting, and so far the White House just has
not interested.
No, not interested.
Okay, so that's a good thing to get onto. Here recently, a couple days ago, I think, President Obama said that he of course apologized for it afterwards, but he said to go out and punish the enemy. Don't take it out on us. We're the good guys. Meaning, go out and punish the Republicans. Is how I took it. And when you have a president that takes on the mentality to where he sees the majority of the country as his enemy, I mean, how long is it until we see tanks coming down the road?
Yeah, I mean, I saw, of course, today President Obama tried to crack that, but at least, I think if the word enemy is what it meant, it's crossed the line presidential line.
That's like a mindset, though. I mean, yes, he may have said the word, but he was thinking it, and that's what he considers. The Republicans, he considers us the enemy.
Yeah, that's
and
not
I
right.
mean, and so
Yeah, that's certainly not appropriate and not right. And if it's a mentality, it is leading to a dangerous road for dictatorship, even, right?
right.
I mean,
And,
you don't want.
But the left, the liberals, the Democrats, they say that we're inciting violence, or that we're being insightful when we say things like they want. When we start to say what is happening clearly, it looks so bad that they don't even want us to tell the truth. I see the media spins a lot of things. People are afraid that the vote could be compromised. There's a lot of things just on edge. And now we have elections tonight.
Yes, and that's one of the purpose. We lead a delegation from China, a group of Chinese prominent human rights lawyers and democracy activists who risk their lives to defend basic freedom for Chinese citizens, to come to the U.S. To really observe how democracy works in the U.S. for the midterm elections. And unfortunately, we have two lawyers. Just 2 days ago, when they were trying to board their airplane flight from the Beijing and Shanghai airport, they were blocked by the Chinese securities. And the Chinese security agents told them by allowing them to come to the U.S., they could pose the national security threat. And,
because they don't want word to seep out of what's happening in the country?
No, that's why they want to keep the status quo. They want to keep the dictatorship
to keep the people down.
Yeah. So two lawyers. It was reported by Associated Press and AFP already on the Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And so we want to really observe with our own eyes and to see the voting machine, to see the candidates' debates.
You're going to make it happen. I feel that you're all about what you're doing. You're on the top of it. And you've got to. Where are the rest of your guys?
Yeah, they're over there. We have Mark.
Mark, how are
yeah.
you? Good to meet you. Yeah.
Yeah, he was also a house church leader.
No.
Sure.
You guys are like a power.
He was also a house church pastor, and he has a friend who was sentenced to 15 years imprisonment for simply being a church leader in Xinjiang.
For being a church leader
in Xinjiang, yeah. Just being a Christian is a crime, and 15 years imprisonment last year.
To be specific, if you're an influential Christian.
Yeah.
So they don't mind if you worship alone in your home, but if you're going to go out and try to spread the word,
influence other people.
Yeah.
How has it been that for so many years it's continued? I know you guys. Were you also there with him?
He was Tienanmen.
No, I was not there.
You were not there.
I was not there.
There was. I lost my. I'm trying to get the right. We've got a good audience watching. Just to let everyone know, just so you know, I'm what GOP is for me.
Okay.
And what we're doing is broadcasting this live.
So it's broadcast.
Thank you very much. And our purpose is to develop with conservative principles, and with faith, initiatives. We're pro-life, but for some reason the Hispanic community is dominated so long by the Democrats, and so they have influenced them to the point where now they want to.
By Always